Invest in the MSGBC. The MSGBC region's energy sector is undergoing historic transformation in 2025 as landmark offshore oil and gas projects come online while renewable power and regional connectivity advance. The Greater Tortue Ahmeyim LNG project, jointly developed by Senegal and Mauritania, delivered first gas in early 2025 and exported its first LNG cargo a few months later, marking the region's entry into the global LNG market. Meanwhile, Senegal's Sangoma oil field, producing 100,000 barrels per day since 2024, has established the country as a significant oil producer. Future developments, including Mauritania's Bir Allah field and Senegal's Yakaar-Teranga gas-to-power project, underscore the region's growing role in global and domestic energy supply. What's more, Senegal's SAR 2.0 refinery expansion and regional LPG storage surveys highlight downstream progress. Complementing hydrocarbons, renewable initiatives such as the Tiabe Ndiaye wind farm, the Sambagaloo hydro project, and new solar and mini-grid investments are reshaping the energy mix. These efforts are driving growth, boosting energy access, and positioning the MSGBC region as a rising energy hub.
Africa is a continent rich in energy resources and full of ambition, but the challenge is immense. Bringing electricity to millions, while accelerating the transition to clean and reliable energy. Across Africa, energy holds the power to transform lives. It's the light in a child's classroom, the heartbeat of growing cities, the spark behind innovation and industrialization. At AGL, we believe energy transition depends on efficient and reliable logistics, and we are ready to deliver and drive Africa's energy future. Through AGL, we bring together our energy logistics expertise, from oil and gas to renewables and critical minerals. We support operators at every phase, from exploration to production. Our integrated logistics solutions are trusted by the largest players in the sector. Our teams manage complex operations with precision, speed, and care, delivering logistics that meet the highest international QHSE standards. But operation excellence is not enough. Decarbonizing transport is crucial to tackling climate change. At AGL, we are actively monitoring emissions across our operations by optimizing our entire logistics chain and empowering our partners to do the same. Behind every operation are dedicated local teams whose expertise drives success from the ground up. By investing in local talent and knowledge, we empower partners and strengthen communities across Africa. From Namibia to Tanzania, from Uganda to Côte d'Ivoire, AGL drives progress and lights up Africa's future. AGL, your trusted energy logistics partner.
This session, the MSGBC Roundtable, is sponsored by Technip Energies. The MSGBC region holds significant potential as leading West African energy hub. Unlocking that potential will require large investments in critical infrastructure, transportation, power generation, and storage to enhance regional integration and develop the region's oil, gas, and renewable resources. To frame and lead this conversation, please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the moderator, partner, audit and assurance for Forvis Mazars, Ibra Ndiaye. Joining Ibra Ndiaye is Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Energy, the Gambia, Lamin Camara. Please also welcome Director for Exploration, Ministry of Energy, Petroleum and Mines, Senegal, Ibrahima Noba. Also joining us this morning is the DG of Petroleum and Low Carbon Hydrogen, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum of Mauritania, Chemsdine Deina. Director General SONAP Guinea-Conakry, Lanciné Condé. VP and Country Manager, Mauritania, Kosmos Energy, Ismail Sid Ahmed. Chief Executive Officer, Sogenco, Sid Ahmed Abena. VP Upstream and LNG, Technip Energies, Dominique Gadel. And lastly, please help me welcome CEO, Gola LNG, Carl Frederick Stauber. Over to you, Ibra.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here for this insightful panel session discussing about investment opportunities in the MSGBC region. I would first ask you to congratulate our dearest friend from Guinea-Conakry. Today is the Independence Day of Guinea-Conakry, 67 years of independence. So please give a huge round of applause to Guinea-Conakry. And today's discussion will bring together government officials, national oil companies, private sector, international oil companies, but also service providers to discuss about the MSGBC basin. When we talk about MSGBC, we mean Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry. We'll discuss about regional collaboration, how this collaboration is bringing the energy sector in a future with brighter development in the region. So without further ado, I will start with my questions, and I will ask, as you see, we have 8 speakers, 1 hour. I will ask you to be brief, take something around 3 minutes to respond, so everybody can elaborate about how they are contributing to the energy development in the MSGBC region. So I will start with Mr. Ibrahima. Senegal, with the first oil from Sangomar, now is a reality, 100,000 barrels per day. How does Senegal plan to leverage this milestone to strengthen its position as a regional energy hub?
Thank you, Ibra, for this question. So Sangomar is not only a milestone; it's the launchpad on the how Senegal would like to be a big player in the oil industry. So the production is going well currently, and we are targeting to with our partner to see how can be done for the next phases. So the objective is to first to maintain the plateau of the 100,000 barrels per day that we have currently, and if possible, and depending on the reservoir behavior, to see what can be done on the future phases. So the aim is here to raise the production over the 100,000 barrels per day, and to see also how can be done in terms of gas opportunity that we have in Sangomar field, in order to feed the country with the associated gas, and fuel also the feed, in order to feed the power plant that we have currently in the country, in order to reinforce the gas to power strategy that is starting few months ago.
Thank you, Ibrahim. So let me jump to Mauritania. Sidi Ahmed, we are in Mauritania, and with the GTA project, Mauritania is positioned.
Ahmed, you said?
Oh, sorry, it's Chemsdine. Sorry, Chemsdine. Chemsdine, yeah. So Chemsdine is the General Director of Production Exploration at the Ministry of Petroleum. So in Mauritania is positioning itself as a key gas exporter with the GTA project and other projects also in Mauritania, not only GTA, and also a leader in green hydrogen. How is the government balancing hydrocarbon and renewable energy in its long-term strategy?
Thank you for this important question. So, first of all, in Mauritania, the two first discoveries in the MSGBC basin were made. Mauritania represents around 20% of the whole surface of this basin. And the exploration began early 60s in this basin. Our first oil field was discovered 2001 by Woodside, and it produced from 2006 to 2017. After that, 2015, Kosmos Energy discovered the giant gas field GTA, shared between Mauritania and Senegal. And the same year, Birala, by Marsouin well, which was confirmed later, 2019, by the Orca well, which was the biggest ultra-deep gas discovery worldwide that year. And we have a huge potential of gas. We are talking about around 100 TCF, and we consider that we have what we call a South Mauritania gas hub. And at the same time, the country has a vision of decarbonization because of the energy transition. And last year, we set up the first hydrocarbon, first green hydrogen code in the world. And that means that we have this vision of decarbonizing. To date, we have around 40% of renewables in our energy mix, solar, wind, and hydraulics. And we want to reach more in the next couple of years. And our objective is to reach this net zero carbon 2050. This is the goal of the country. And to use what we have now, our gas, to produce the blue hydrogen, and to really make our industry cleaner and greener. This is our objective. And we believe that we can exploit our fossil fuel, at the same time have this decarbonization vision. I think that this is a tendency now. This is what how we see, how we understand things, and but I just would like to say a few words regarding the other sedimentary basins that we have. We not only have MSGBC, we have Taoudeni, which is one of the biggest intracratonic basins in Africa. It's onshore.
Okay.
It's 500,000 square kilometers. It's a completely underexplored basin with just 5 wells drilled so far, almost 15,000 kilometers of 2D. And the most important is the fact that the first well, Abu Lag, drilled 1974, discovered two petroleum systems. One is the Ordovician, which is very prolific in North Africa. The other one is mid-Infracambrian limestones. It's a carbonate reservoir producing gas, very prolific in Oman, for example, in Middle East, and in Russia. And our objective is really to unlock this sedimentary basin as well.
Unlock this potential. We see that in Senegal we have this Sangoma project, Mauritania GTA, but other projects as you mentioned. And Mr. Lamin Camara, Permanent Secretary in Gambia. Gambia is at an earlier stage, but with significant exploration prospects. What are the government priorities for unlocking offshore potential?
Thank you, Ibra, and good morning to the audience here and my colleagues at the panel. You're right, the Gambia being part of the MSGBC basin, and it has raised our profile because of the discoveries in Senegal and Mauritania. And also we did some drilling in the Gambia too, where we have indicated some oil existence of a petroleum system in the country. And as we speak now, there are a lot of interest in the country. We are negotiating with about 3 different companies for our various oil blocks, which we intend to maybe conclude before the end of the year. And all this is focusing on the offshore. The potential and the profile of the offshore has been raised, and I think thanks to the discovery in Senegal, it has been, as you know, Gambia is within Senegal, and the proximity of the discoveries to our oil blocks also shows the high potential we have in the country when it comes to oil exploration. So what I can say, we are intensifying our exploration efforts and our marketing efforts, not only for the Gambia, but along with the MSGBC basin to raise the prospects of the MSGBC basin, and which is really reaping some benefits for us. We've seen the significant interest that we have. But now, coming from there, that we are trying to do exploration, potential discovery of oil. But again, Gambia has been leading when it comes to in the area of climate change with the national determined contributions. And then you tend to wonder, what are we doing with exploration? Well, we believe that still there's an opportunity with our hydrocarbon resources to really provide us the necessary resources to be able to invest in energy transition in our country. And that's why we are really intensifying the exploration, but at the same time, trying to make sure that our energy transition is based on sustainable development goals, where we use renewable energy to be able to power our industries. And also, we are also leveraging on South-South cooperation partnership with our neighbors, where we also leverage on their resources that are already in there, like the drillings we did before. We have to leverage on the infrastructure in Senegal to be able to really make it easy for the company that was doing the drilling in the Gambia. In a similar way, also, we've made mission to Senegal and Mauritania. We are really collaborating to not reinvent the wheel, but to at least leverage on the opportunities and the advantages that are already at hand. Yeah. So the South-South cooperation, I think, is very important within the MSGBC region. Together, we were able to make the most benefit of our resources.
Regional collaboration,
very
huge potential in terms of exploration prospects, and also focus on renewable energies. Yeah. So let me turn to Guinea-Conakry, Lanciné Condé, Director General SONAP. What does SONAP envision for Guinea in MSGBC basin, given its growth focusing on hydrocarbon? We've seen huge projects. We heard about Simandu project, other industrial projects. What SONAP envision for MSGBC?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the recognition of the Independence Day today for Guinean people. And this is 67 years the country is independent. So it means the heritage age is there, and there is more maturity talking about activities, business, and other things. Thank you for that. In the MSGBC basin, Guinea is the smiling reserve. Smiling reserve, but because it has the same geology like the other countries. Senegal, Mauritania, Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone, Nigeria. It's the same geology formed during the Jurassic as known. But why I'm talking about smiling one? There is contract everywhere in the MSA basin, but not in Guinea. Meaning that our blocks are free of contract. This is the first reason why I'm saying reserve. Then also, because people are all, investors are already in the sub-region, investing everywhere, knowing that there is something like 80 kilometer squares, 1,000 kilometer squares in reserve in the other area. And when I'm demobilizing here from the explorations, instead to take the equipment going away, I can just step one step in Guinea and
that will be the next opportunity. Well, what I have seen over there is entering in the exploitations, you know, because the equipment are not the same. So the cost for the guys already in the region to come then is less than when they are arriving first. That's the second reason I'm saying that. It's the smelling costs and reserves. And also, we have been, working hard to make fiscal and regulatory frame align to the others, and that to make sure that they won't lose any advantage by stepping in Guinea. And you have been talking about the Simandou project. The Simandou project is 20 billion of initial investment.
20 billion.
20 billion of US dollar initial investment. But if you invest 20 billion, you are expecting more. And at least 20% of that amount will be expended on fueling the process, energy. So if somebody invests in Guinea and find hydrocarbon resources in Guinea, there is a local market able to absorb. So no need to go far away to sell what you have found. So that all the reason I'm saying that
wonderful.
The Guinea actually is ready. You have heard the notation, the sovereign notation we just received last week to be plus stable.
Yeah.
So politically, there is nothing to talk about Guinea, and economically, there is a good momentum to come then, especially when you are already in the region, then you can leverage and have some cost saving. Thank you very much.
Thank you for this insightful information, huge opportunities with the Simandou project and future perspective. Let me turn now to the VP and country manager, Kosmos Energy, Ismail Sid Ahmed. Kosmos has been instrumental in developing GTA. So what are your current priorities in Mauritania, but also in the wider region within the MSGBC basin?
So thank you very much, Ibra. When we talk about GTA, it's always good to come back a little bit to understand from where we are coming and where we are today. So when Kosmos Energy arrived in the basin in 2012, it took only 3 years to make the first discoveries, which is GTA, but also another 2 discoveries, one in Senegal and another in Mauritania. So it's around 80 TCF. This work has done since the beginning, just within 3 years. 3 years later, it was FID, despite the geography, with all the parallel work done with the technical work. And right now, it's a reality today. We exported already 11 cargo, and we are about to export another from condensate one of these days. All this is a big victory for the region and a big victory for the sector, and show the engagement of the company in MSGBC. So to answer short your question, I believe the future will be the same engagement for the company with the same energy. And I believe it's right now the time to optimize what we have done before, to make it impactful and to scale it up in 3 words.
Thank you, Ismail. Sidi Ahmed, again, it was Ismail Sidi Ahmed, but Sidi Ahmed Abeid now, right? CEO Sogeco, member of AGL Group. Sogeco has been a critical player supporting government, supporting the service providers. How do you see the role of logistics and services evolving in the production ramps up in the region?
Thank you, Ibra. Logistics, it's key in our industry or our business. To promote this major project, we need a very robust companies and also expertise to follow the development in the region. We can talk about the success story in Mauritania with GTA, the common projects between Mauritania and Senegal. how we were successful, like cross-border operations, and also how we been following this major project in the region now to deliver, the most competitive and also a quality service in the region. Then we focus on how we can bring these major projects in reality and to success. Sometimes, we feel the big challenges when somebody from Houston, London, Perth, or other places talking about Mauritania, it's a very far country, unknown area. Sometimes a few years ago, when a few pilots crossing Mauritania, they were talking about the black hole. That means there is no light, there is nothing. But with the success of GTA, I think all this will be possible to have a brighter, I can say, future, and also bring all this area to be known as one of the major players in this industry.
Thank you. Thank you. And Dominique from Technip, with Technip experience in upstream, but also in LNG mega projects, how do you assess the opportunities for accelerating LNG development in the MSGBC region?
Yeah, thank you, Ibra. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the other panelists. Thank you for your question. First, before answering, I'd like to come back on what Kosmos said. Just to take again the example of GTA. GTA was a very, very complex project because subsea, not so easy subsea, deep water, an FPSO, subsea pipeline, Golar LNG liquefaction behind the breakwater. So quite complex architecture, but at the end of the day, we all succeed. And the project is delivering, meaning LNG has been exported. So, congratulations to Senegal and Mauritania. We are now part of the LNG exporter club, which is not so many countries. So this is to say that in West Africa, as long as we have succeeded and a common success for this GTA, as Technip Energy, we feel that many other projects are feasible all over the west coast of Africa. If we consider the reserves, indeed, more than 100 TCF discovered, very large one, Birala, Yakaar-Teranga, for example. But my point is to say that LNG is a solution, but there is not a single LNG solution. Means it really depends on the reservoir characteristic, on the location, on the country, on the financing. And to say that the monetization of the gas can take different pathways. Not forgetting the local requirement, means if there is needs for power, for electricity, for hydrogen, for LPGs, for fertilizers. And it means that we at Technip Energy, we really like to engage as soon as possible with the different stakeholders to be sure that the proper development scheme is set, and then we can launch the machine, meaning taking credit of our engineering expertise, project delivery, but also local presence. Because just to recall everyone, while part of GTA, we have created more than 3,000 jobs in the region. We have engaged with 300 companies. So as soon as we have set everything from the early stage, we can launch, let's say, the development, including the LNG, but maybe not only the LNG. And then we go to success. So at Technip Energies, or for Technip Energies, we are very, very, let's say, confident in the fact that there might be several projects developed all along the western coast, offshore, onshore, small size, mid-size, large size, modular, stick-built. There is not the one winning solution, but there are several different solutions fitted for each and every case. And at the end of the day, we are very confident that, within the end of the decade, MSGBC will become one of the world energy hub, including LNG.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let me turn to Carl Frederick Staubo, CEO of Golar. Gola is not just an enabler, but also an accelerator. You've been very instrumental also for the GTA project, and FLNJ is becoming a game changer in the rapid monetization of gas. So how does Gola plan to tailor its solution to specific needs for the MSGBC region?
Thank you for the question. So Golar pioneered the first FLNG in the world, delivering to Cameroon in 2018. We've had 100% economic uptime since, and we've now delivered 139 cargoes and just under 10 million tons produced. Our second ship is for the GTA. We're very pleased to work with BP, Kosmos, and the governments of Senegal and Mauritania. And to date, we've delivered 11 cargoes, and that's only the beginning of a 20-year contract. That means we're heavily investing in MSGBC today. We see very, very strong potential. We are planning to ordering our fourth FLNG on speculation this year. We want it to be deployed in this basin. Our liquefaction solutions range from 2 million tons all the way to 5 million tons. We can deliver a ship in 3 years from FID. We see the opportunity of this basin in particular as highly attractive for all stakeholders, as you can produce a project with cash break-evens far competitive to the largest producer in the world, which is the US. So effectively, this is a very simple business with 3 cost drivers. It's the cost of lifting gas. So if you have proven stranded or flared gas, it's relatively cheap to produce. Our liquefaction solution is at least 40% cheaper to construct than liquefaction in the US. And West Africa happens to be a lot closer to end users than US volumes. So if you have a business where you compete internationally and you're far competitive on all the 3 cost drivers, you have to win. So what we want to do is to partner with anyone that has a gas reserve north of 3 TCF and up. We can have minimum 20 meters water depth and to whatever depth beyond that. We want to develop this gas. We see a massive opportunity throughout West Africa and this basin in particular. We're already investing and we're prepared to invest a lot more. So
Great.
That's where we stand.
Great. Huge round of applause for this important insight. So, Ibrahima, let me turn back to you. We've heard about Senegal Vision 2050. Is the new government strategy aligning with Senegal development? How oil and gas project will align with this national development project and energy transition goals?
Yeah, Senegal Vision 2050 is about growth, so sustainable growth for the country. So, and we believe that natural gas as transition energy is key to achieve the goal that the government is fixing in this strategy. And currently, if you take the example of Yakateranga, for example, this project is identified as the key pillar for the Senegalese energy development. And so the aim behind is to, as priority, feed the country with gas from Yakateranga, to power the country, to get access to electricity for all people. Actually, the objective is to have the universal access to electricity by 2029, 2030. So that is a huge challenge. And we are really counting on the gas development to achieve this goal.
Wonderful. And I will ask you to be brief. We are tight in terms of timing, just 1 minute, so we can come back for a general question. I want people heard about it. So, Chemsdine, we've heard about Senegal, Mauritania, MSGBC. Regarding regional collaboration, what steps are being taken to maximize regional collaboration? Between Senegal and Mauritania, we see the GTA project, but also within the MSGBC region in order to share resources, but also infrastructure.
Yeah, important question. I think that MSGBC is a family, it's gathering 5 countries. Unfortunately, 3 countries have not discovered oil and gas yet, but we think that we believe in South-South partnership. And as you know, in this region, we have many other forums like OMVS, where we are partner. And UTA is a perfect example of an alignment between 2 countries, Mauritania and Senegal, that have many common points, geography, history, people, etc. And basing on that experience, I think that we can share knowledge, we can share experience with the other countries, we can share data, we can carry out common joint studies, etc. I mean, too many things to do. We have to just keep in mind that we are the same family, and that there are several areas of cooperation, as I said, that we can implement.
Thank you. And Lamin, bringing back to Gambia, what changes or incentives in the regulatory and investment environment are you introducing in order to attract investment and unlock the potential of Gambia?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, what we did, we developed our petroleum exploration production license agreement, which is based on international best practices, to ensure that we promote and give opportunity to the interested investors to be able to do exploration at reasonable cost. Because we are of interest, our common interest is discovery, and I think that will benefit us and our potential investors. So what we also did is that we worked together with key stakeholders, like the necessary approvals they may require to be able to do their activities. For example, the National Environment Agency, the Revenue Authority. We work together with them, look at some of the taxes maybe that are hindering their activity. We see how we work together to really minimize them, and also to expedite the process of environmental clearances, so that their work would be done in a seamless manner. And we've not only that, we've even gone beyond how we collaborate with Senegal when it comes to easing the work, let's say the drilling activity, and also the acquisition of data within our oil blocks. So we don't even stop just in Gambia. We are extending to Senegal to work together and ensure we make it very easy for our potential investors. But I think one of the key opportunities there, as we have these gas discoveries in Senegal, we develop our energy master plan. And in that, we know that gas has been central when it comes to energy transition. So we believe that working together through bilateral cooperation and regional with Senegal and Mauritania is an opportunity. And I think we already started those discussions. Where how we can share infrastructure to achieve our objectives. So these are all potential strategies.
Gas master plan,
to make sure we achieve those. And this has been extended to the regional level under the OMVG platform, and also the Africa Gas Pipeline project, which we are all participating. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lamin. And Lanciné, in a few words, could you share with us what are the SONAP's 5 years priorities in terms of production, partnership, but also in investment? So investors here can hear about the future perspective on Guinea-Conakry.
Thank you very much. And the most important goals, priority we have now is to increase the number of data we have on the country's potential. And seconded by the contract, the first contract we may be signing with people that are interested to be in Guinea, as I was saying, the smiling reserve waiting for someone to be there. And for that purpose, as you know, the regulatory frame are stable and is according all the security investors are looking for. And also the fiscal scheme is adjusted, and like all the equipment are free of taxes during the exploration phases. It's the same for the entrance. That narrowing the cost, but it's already known. And we are right now working on if the first contractor's bonus, we will be tailoring a kind of advantage that can be granted to the first contractor who will be interested to get in the Guinean basin.
Thank you, thank you. And Ismail, from an investor's perspective, what makes the MSGBC a unique and competitive frontier compared to other global basins?
Thank you. So I believe we can put there couple of elements in that matrix. So first of all, there is a regime stability, which is confirmed in all these zones. And there is a confirmed presence of hydrocarbon, both oil and gas. And there is a project developed. And I believe there is a additional point that have to be done, especially in terms of fiscality, in terms of rapidity, I will say, because in the world of today, move fast, win bigger is there, and the competition is hard coming from everywhere. So, but I believe if I have just to count a couple of points, I will just add these 3 points.
And Sid Ahmed, from Sureco perspective, what are the biggest challenges as a local company when working with IOCs, and how partnership can strengthen the sector, and also other companies that would invest in the MSGBC basins?
Yeah, we following this big development, our companies and the way we structures, how we can improve our services and also the impact on the industry. The most important things that there is a real success in the region. There is a big potential, as our friend already pointed out. And today it's trying to develop the infrastructure in the country because there is tremendous added value for us, but also for many other companies as the mining industry and the petrochem and the agriculture sector, and also the local content to help our population to grow and to develop themselves and to share the wealth. We were lucky that I heard in all the panels there is some new principles, moving from a partnership, prosperity, and also delivering ended service and also wealth to our populations. That's it's tremendous. It's big, and I pointed out with other colleagues that Africa, for the next 30 years, it will be the diamond shining for the world. That means you have to be there, you have to invest, and we're here to help our friends and partners in whatever they do.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dominique, and regarding TechNIPS, how is TechNIPS supporting the region ambition to develop low carbon energy solution alongside oil and gas?
Thank you, Ibra. Well, low carbon energy solutions is a very, very wide subject, and I have only 1 minute, so I'll try to be very, very efficient. On Technip Energies, how and where we see we can support the MSGBC ambitions alongside oil and gas development. First is green hydrogen, because all the, let's say, basics are present on the West Africa, meaning we got some wind, we got some solar, we got some large space. So we see that there is a real fit for green hydrogen, but more than green hydrogen, it's power-to-X technologies, meaning using electricity, green electricity to produce hydrogen, but also potentially ammonia and synthetic fuels. The other way where we see we can bring something is carbon capture, utilization, and sequestration, either for new projects, because there will be new projects on in the MSGBC, but needs to be decarbonized or low carbon projects. Sorry. But also with the possibility of decarbonizing the existing assets. Third point or third element, refinery modernization, as we are currently doing or as we have been doing in the SAR refinery in Dakar, and going also to circular economy. Where we can also support is local content and capacity building, of course, providing support to upskill local workforce. And last but not least is a strategic partnership and strong involvement of Technip Energies within the region. And here I'll just give or share the information is that we have decided to be to prove that we have decided to be gold sponsor at the MSGBC conference in December, where I hope I will see all of you there.
Yeah, we expect to see also all these investors here to be part of this MSGBC event in Senegal in December. So, Carl, what lessons from Golar's global project can be applied to ensure scalable and flexible LNG infrastructure in the MSGBC region, regarding your experience?
I think when we first started with FLNGs, there was a lot of skepticism that this would work in big scale. I think the industry is adopting that. We have the industry now has 7 FLNGs working globally and another 4 under construction. We think we will see the same development here as we've seen for FPSOs. I think we are now on FLNGs where the FPSOs were in 1990s. Today you have 250 FPSOs in the world. We are confident that we will see more than 100 FLNGs in the world, and most of them should be in West Africa, where you have all the resources are there.
Yeah.
You tried to drill, or historically you drilled for oil, you found gas, and the gas, there was no way of monetizing it, so it left in the ground. And some places even worse when it's flared, it's a wasted resource, right? So to answer your question, scalability, I think the technical solutions are evolving and they're there. Where we get frustrated is to create an efficient structure with all stakeholders. That includes the government, what you need in terms of export licenses, environmental approvals, and so forth. Stakeholder from the upstream provider. We provide FLNG as a service or alignment with the upstream provider. And then with us. So efficiency in rolling this out quicker is what we are seeking. I think the industry is slowly adapting, but we get very, very frustrated that it takes so long because the solution is very obvious, it's proven, and the scalability is there, and the resource is definitely there. So, and it's so obvious because you can do it so much better than the incremental producer in the world today. So if you have a business which from the outset is so much better and the solution is there, let's try to get some speed. That's what we're trying to.
Let's speed up. So we have 8 minutes to go. Last question for all. In 1 minute, 3 or 5 words, what are the biggest investment opportunities in the MSGBC region over the next 5 years? If we ask you to talk about it, what would you say? And I will start with Ibrahima. What are the biggest investment opportunities in the coming 5 years in the MSGBC region?
Yeah, thank you. So let me first talk about the MSGBC conference that will take place this year at Dakar on December, from 9 to 10 December. So you are all invited to come together exploring the opportunity we have across our basin. And you will be more than welcome in your country, Senegal. So talking about the biggest investment that you are foreseeing actually in the MSGBC basin, I think there is a lot. I think DG Chemsdine are talking about the discoveries in Mauritania, Birala. We have also Yakaar-Teranga discovery. Here we are talking about more than 50 TCF of gas. That is huge. And so the DG of SONAP also is talking about integration. And I think time is now that the Africa energy fuel the Africa mining transformation. and we have the framework. We are in the same basin. We have oil and gas discoveries. We have mining resources, and it's possible to gather all that synergy to build up a strong industry in Africa. And I think we are not we do talk about the global project, not only the oil and gas, but seeing how we can combine the oil and gas discoveries and the mining ones in order to have a bigger perspective in our basin.
Chemsdine, in few
Excellent.
words.
I think that Ibrahima already talked about Birala. Birala is our star now. I think that it's a fantastic opportunity for this investment. We have the renewable, the green hydrogen. We have one of the biggest potential in the world. We have more than 4,200 giga of potential within 500 commercial. We have exploration. I mean, if we apply the principle of the conjugate margin, we are in the eastern side of the conjugate margin, and in the western side, you have the South American countries. And you can see that in Brazil, for example, in Campos Basin, Santos Basin, even in Espírito Santos, you have the same place that we have in Mauritania, like the tertiary sands, like the Cretaceous, etc. So we have to keep exploring, to keep the effort of exploration. And I think that it's a really big opportunity. And we have to apply what we call drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, let's deliver. So, Lamin, in Gambia, 5 years perspective in terms of investment.
Yeah, I think in Gambia now we've intensified our efforts. As he indicated, we are exploration in hydrocarbons, but in critical minerals also. And we're more interested in leveraging technology. There are new technologies that will help when it comes to reconnaissance and data for this, both for critical minerals and hydrocarbons. We don't see the need now where we should have separate exploration efforts. So with the licenses we are issuing, especially in the mining sector, we indicate if there is discovery of hydrocarbons, we can work with the licensee to see how that is exploited. But what I want to say is that the other opportunity we have as investors is that the energy transition is a big opportunity for investors in our region, because we are very low when it comes to access to energy, and we are really intensifying our efforts. Last week, I was in New York. We signed the compacts there, where in the Gambia we want to have 100% access to energy by end of 2026. And that is a global objective for 2030. I think we can leverage the gas resources that are already discovered in the MSGBC basin to achieve that. But for maximum impact, let's see how our people benefit from this, not from the aid of local content, but to develop our energy resources that would drive industrialization and sustainable development in our various countries, so that our people will reap the benefit. If these things are already sold out to the international market, it comes by very expensive and beyond our means, and then energy becomes a dream that we cannot, energy access becomes a dream we cannot reach, because it's expensive for us to afford. So I think it's important that we look in that perspective. We look at the refinery in Nigeria now, where there's oil resources in Nigeria, but the refinery has to be importing crude oil when Nigeria has abundance of crude oil. So how do we design our market to suit our local needs?
Regional collaboration,
I think,
infrastructure.
yeah, infrastructure.
Well,
I think, yeah, and we've all got all these platforms. We've got all the partnership through AU, ECOWAS, and other platforms. So I think we just need to leverage on that. We need to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Lanciné.
The answer is out of the box, and there is two things I can highlight. The first one is in Guinea. In the next 5 years, at least 4 refineries will be getting out for the bauxite and the acieri for the iron, steel. It means that these industries has to be energized. Invest in the energy now to be able to energize this project will be the huge opportunity people can be taking in Guinea. This is the first. The second one, a wrong step we are taking all now, in the sub-region, in the MSA basin, is that we are tired to be waiting for people to help us to bring data on the market. And each of us are buying equipment that will be used for let's say, less than 10% of its potential. This is the time for the basin countries to be heading together, to be pulling together all the equipment and creating an organization that can manage this equipment for us and invest more for equipment that can be used for the country.
Great.
And this is another opportunity.
Thank you, Lanciné.
Thank you very much.
Ismail, from an investor perspective, position.
Yes, it will be really magic to have that glasses to look 5 years ahead in our industry. It's very volatile and very dynamic. But if I have to say something on this, there will be some good investment in the 5 coming years in this, I would say around 80 TCF discovered cross-border between Mauritania and Senegal. That is one. And hopefully to see some impact on the other economy, like gas to steel, because there is a huge opportunity in Mauritania that I know about it. That also will be a good field there, where I believe will be some good investment in the region.
Gas to steel.
Gas to steel,
Great.
exactly.
Sidi Ahmed.
Thank you. First of all, it's very important in our region to invest in human resources. Big projects, we need people. We need people to help to manage this big investment around us. There is a big opportunity, like for gas to power, for instance. We will produce gas. We import fuel sometimes, or in other places they import other kind of product to fire their power plants. Gas to power, it's a big opportunity. Petrochem also. There is a great opportunity for ammonia in Mauritania to produce fertilizers and other things. We have a big belt, the Senegalese river.
Yeah.
It can be a very great opportunity for
fertilizer.
Exactly, yeah, a great opportunity for agriculture and so on, and other products in the region. There is a big mining potential in all our countries. In the Chemsdine basin, I can say it's crazy. It's one of I think the biggest reserve of many different types of minerals and hydrocarbon.
Thank you. Dominique, a few words on investment opportunities.
Well, for Technip Energies, so I will answer as an EPC contractor. First, I'd like to clarify that we like equally the 5 countries of the MSG basin. Now, in view of the current development and what's coming on Technip Energies, well, the largest opportunities that we see and that we intend to follow is not only 1, is 2, in fact, is really Yakar-Teranga, because we feel that it's going to be a very large development for Senegal itself, but also for export of LNG, so it's around LNG, as well as Birala in Mauritania. So this is our main focus at the moment and the major opportunities that we see.
Yeah. Carl, the last word regarding the 5 big investment opportunities in the MSGBC.
Roll out FLNGs on this existing, like expand GTA, Birala, Yakar-Teranga, maintain a vessel in Cameroon. I think the next 5 years we want to order at least another 3 FLNGs minimum.
Thank you.
That's our ambition.
So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard about huge opportunities in the MSGBC region. We are out of time. So please give a huge round of applause to my distinguished speakers.